Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing combat martial arts. Please welcome Robert Barrett.
Oh, we get what we deserve. And where down we go, 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 go. Oh, where down we go, 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 go. So where down we go, go, go. Way down we go. Whoa, you let your feet run wild. Sorry. Time has come as we all go down.
And introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing Motonari team. Please welcome Padraig Bracken.
Hey, I remember CRC commentate. No, it's well, I'll give you a benefit.
Right, I'm almost waiting for a load of Vikings to run into the building here or something.
Say, it's a very long and melodramatic intro.
We got Robert Barrett in the blue gloves taking on Padraig Bracken. He's in the red gloves. Your referee is Mr. Walter Scott. We're up in the 78 kg bout. Again, an amateur K-1 bout, so there'll be no knees to the head. We're on our way. Stiff jab straight away.
Straight down the middle. Exchanged a couple of leg kicks, and then first approach by Bracken was met with a hand straight in the face.
Tends to happen sometimes with K1 as well, is the owner fight. They go tit for tat. You throw a leg kick, I'll throw a leg kick. But so far, both of them are trying to implement their plan and take control of this fight in the early stages. Bracken's just charging forward.
Quite low hands here from Bracken, which he needs to watch. He seems to be quite quick though, quite snappy. And just as I was going to say, quite straight line. He does duck under beautifully under a right hand there.
And Bracken is pushing forward. He seems to come forward in sprints.
And again, that stiff jab down the middle there by Barrett was caught him again. The head is kind of, and again, the head is kind of very central. Hands quite low.
Barrett, as he's coming in, he just seems to be throwing a single shot. He needs to set it up a little, maybe pie out the jab as well. He's just coming in and throwing that right hand as he just threw it there again. Maybe set it up. A nice knee in the clinch by him, though.
It was a knee and then a release, which was a nice job for K-1 style. hold in there and the referee's going to stop you, but if you can back away, you can get yourself a second shot, maybe off the break. The right hand over the top that time from Barrett, but just kind of caught Bracken leaning back, wore it well.
A little low, a bit of a fast-paced opening here. Fighters just drawing their breath just for a moment.
Oh, that's a beaut.
Body, but Barrett good shots.
The foot sweep catches him then on the outside, and they're up straight away. And Bracken looks in a little trouble here in the corner. He's going to be rescued a little by the bell, not too much, but springs happily over to his corner, looking fresh. But did get tagged there a couple of times in the corner. But Barrett, who seemed to be a bit cleaner, a bit more clinical with his shots. To say that they were both throwing an awful lot of leather, but Barrett certainly seemed to be the cleaner of the two. I think I alluded to the straight line nature of the way Bracken was coming down the middle, and I think it was getting him tagged on the way in quite a bit. So needs to be a bit smarter about how he opens, about how he enters. But he's certainly still in the fight here, and he's when he gets in tight and gets in close, he's got sort of clubbing right hands over the top in particular. Seems to be doing some good work for them.
Both fighters looked a little rush in what they were working off as well, Barry. Again, you know, we are at an amateur level here as well, so a little bit of jitters maybe in the opening round. We might see both fighters settle into it a little more here in the second.
Yeah, perhaps a little bit calmer. Needs to take a big breath here, I think, Bracken, and think about what he wants to do, and think about how he's going to get into range to do his best work.
And again, Barrett just walking him down, and good shots in the clinch, but maybe one too many for Walter Scott's liking.
Kick to the body that time.
Barrett's starting to throw out that jab as I was calling for in the opening round.
Bracken may be scoring a little bit better now. He's saving his shots, but then big right hand over the top by Barrett. I think a pushed rather than struck. And a right hand to answer them from Bracken right onto the chin of Barrett.
You can see Bracken just as he's backing up, he's trying to catch him with a little uppercut as he's coming in, but so far Barrett's walking through everything that Bracken is throwing at him. A nice jab there by Bracken.
Yeah, and then the right uppercut caught him through the middle too. But he gets caught on the way in again there, which just takes the sting out of his shot just a little. But he's definitely the busier of the two fighters, Bracken, but the jab catches again.
Barrett has done it a couple of times, just when they're in close. He's done it even when they break from the clinch. He drops his hands just for that little second, and it's just that little opening that if Bracken catches it could be devastating. Just as he finishes his work, Barry, I don't know if you've noticed it, he just sort of sits his hands down just a little.
Yeah, sits back like he's hitting pads, which is a big problem sometimes to get out of, guys. Bad habit to try and get into is, you know, you do your combo on the pads and then step back, or in light sparring. But it's
lands some good shots here.
It's been Bracken who's been doing all the work here. It's actually since he's kind of given up on the kicks and he's just gone with his hands. He's thrown a lot of volume.
Big knee, that was a good knee.
Oh,
that hurt Bracken. Barrett smells a finish here, but Bracken steps out
back with a knee as well. Yeah, not quite as devastating. Oh,
big right hand though, and there's exchanging.
It's gone scrappy, but you'd have to say Barrett looks in a bit of trouble here. He's coming forward, but he's getting clipped a lot by Bracken. And I think, like I said, his hands were a little low Barrett that time. He went out of his the stance that we've been admiring so much in the first round. He kind of got a little lackadaisical, and Bracken's, I think, just the sheer volume of shots that he was throwing in the end wore him down.
I think it's right as well, Artie, what you said about him abandoning the kicks as much. He's not throwing as many kicks, and he's focusing a little bit on his hand strikes. That step-in knee as well looked at hurt Barrett, and he tried to swarm him, but excellent end of the round. As you said, it got a little scrappy, but scrappy can be fun.
Well, that's it, yeah. It can be a lot of fun, and certainly for me, I would say you'd say one round apiece going into the third, so all to play for, as they say.
Seconds out.
Cutman Joe Clifford just taking a little look at Barrett. Obviously got himself a little bit of a nick on the way by.
Third and final round.
Come down to a war of attrition as well here in the third. Barrett starting strong.
He swung for the fence, or for the ropes, I should say, there with that with that right hand. But again,
nice crisp jab there by Bracken. Just caught him, and that's a real energy killer when you're coming forward as well, just to get clipped as you're coming in.
Take your breath away and just make you think twice about moving.
And there's Bracken working off that jab and then stepping forward with 3 or 4 shots.
And he's been doing, whether it's instructions from his corner or not, I don't know, but he's been doing something in the last couple of rounds that he wasn't doing in the first, which was he's just going straight. He's going straight down the middle. He was clubbing and throwing a lot over the top, a lot of hooks, and particularly with the right hand. But now he's just coming straight down the middle on the lead.
He's using his teeth nice as well now to keep Barrett off him. But you got to feel Barrett's going to need to step it up here in the second half of this third round.
He's gamey, he's still coming forward, but he's getting tagged an awful lot, and he's beginning to look the more tired of the two.
He's missing as well as he's coming forward. They're tired shots coming from him.
And there
a wild overhand right through from South County Dublin that time.
I don't like to say it, but it's at this stage that you kind of wonder.
Good
if he keeps getting hit, if he keeps getting hit like this, whether the referee might take a little look, because he is getting hit quite a lot, and for an amateur, while he's still in the fight, he is kind of taking quite a good deal of punishment here.
But Bracken really has taken the fight over from probably midway point through the second round, using the boxing, and it even allowed him at the early stage of this third round, because he boxed so much, to free up his kicks. He has Barrett in the corner here. You feel if he throws a good flurry,
you feel that maybe there might be a standing 8 coming very, very soon.
Good clinch though by Barrett to try and get a break. He's just
he
walking
needs to
forward,
do a little
not
bit more of that.
Anything.
Well, he's going to get out of the round without that standing 8 that I talked about, or without a knockdown, but it's
big combinations this time by Bracken though.
Or is he? Well, I nearly put the kiss of death on him there. But
Bracken finishes it strongly. You feel coming into it as who wanted it more in the third round. Bracken seems to have answered that question. For me here, you're going to see Bracken maybe 2-1. You never know what judges see.
Yeah, it's difficult to call, because I know that Barrett certainly did a lot of good work in the second. Bracken took the third, I'd say, by a good distance. So it comes down to the second round, but for me it has to be Bracken. But it's really entertaining fight. Barrett did a lot of good work, looked really clean, really crisp in the first round. But I think a couple of things there. Like I said, the first thing was that Bracken stopped depending on his legs so much, went straight down the middle with those shots. And Barrett certainly tired as well.
The only thing for Barrett is go away, have a look at that, and set up that overhand right hand.
After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judges scored this bout, declaring your winner by majority decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Padraig, Bracken.
Well, it was by majority in the end, so it was a little tighter than we thought.